All right, everyone. We should be live right now. Sorry, today we're having a little bit of a technical issue, so you're seeing a bit of a different layout than usual. But we're gonna make it work somehow. Through the struggles, we'll get there. As every week, please let me introduce to you my co-host for today. So, on the top of my right hand, you'll be able to see Bruno Perinelli. Hey, Bruno, how are you doing today?
Hi there, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here always.
And underneath Bruno is Jake Torres. Jake, how are you doing?
Yes, doing great. Thank you so much for asking. Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So, guys, as every week, let's go over what have been the most important events of the previous one. So, to get us started, Bruno, could you please quickly recap for us the main events of what happened in the UK and in the US?
Well, basically, the risk on sentiment surged this week. The banking crisis is in temporary calm due to two facts. To start with, the First Citizens Bank shares bought some of the Silicon Valley banks, loans and deposits. Also, there's been some solid numbers by Deutsche Bank, and there's been released those solid numbers. Also, a better than expected U.S. Consumer confidence helped boosting the risk-on sentiment. Inflation in the eurozone today came in a little bit below expectations, but despite that, the euro is still outperforming during this week. And we got also the PCE that was released 80 basis points below expectations. So that's not pressing the Federal Reserve on doing more hikings than the ones that are already planned. So those were the main events of this week in America and Europe.
Thank you. Jake, what have we seen over in Asia?
As far as the data points is concerned, we had the CPI from Australia, which came in below market expectation, and we saw some weakness from Australian dollar. And as part of still, we are still bearish now for AUD and ZD, but it is still currently meandering the support zone at 1.0680. And yes, I agree with Bruno that we have now a more positive tone in the market. So there is no fresh news from our negative news from the bank. So we saw now some weakness from the safe haven asset like the Japanese yen, and we saw strength for the risky asset like in the index market. And the VIX is down. So that is a positive tone in the market.
Wonderful. Bruno, what can we be looking forward to in the upcoming week?
Well, it's going to be a special week as we have Easter. And on Good Friday, it's going to be released the NFP non-farm payrolls. 240K are expected. Jobs created are expected. And the PPI in the Eurozone. But I think the main issue would be if the risk on sentiment lingers, or on the contrary, if some threats appear on the horizon, and that could boost the risk off that we saw last week.
So, where do you see opportunities for traders to profit from in this week?
I mean, it depends on what I've been telling you. I mean, the risk on, risk off sentiment is quite clear here. So we still can focus on the yen and on gold and on safe haven assets, either to go long or to go short. I mean, uh, that's the main things that I would focus on.
Thank you very much. Jake, what can we be looking forward to in the Asian sessions?
Of course, we have the main event for the Asian session is the interest rate from Australia and from New Zealand. So as part of Australia, so it is already from the expectation point of view, from the money market expectation, so it is already priced in. 90% probability that the Australia will hold their current rate. And for the New Zealand, so it is expected that they will hike by 25 basis point. And if that happens, we will just see the continuation of the policy divergence of these two countries. And if that happens, so probably the current support of the AUD NZD will be cracked and will go further to the downside. And of course, there are also time that the central bank will surprise the market. So they will go against the expectation. It is also a tradable opportunity if we are just planning it ahead of time and we understand it.
Thank you. And guys, with the Easter upcoming, what do you recommend for traders? How to behave? How can the Easter affect the market?
I mean, there's usually a rally prior a holiday, a big holiday, and some profit taking on the first day after the holiday. That's usually what's happening in the risk assets. But of course, if we are heading on to the Easter holiday, there's probably some risk appetite going up during those previous days. But I would suggest you to be a little bit more cautious in what remains of trading. Not to do a lot of trading. The trade activity may be a little bit shortened by the holiday. So I would suggest you to be a little bit cautious.
Is there anything you'd like to add, Jake?
During the holidays, bank holidays, we are expecting that the market will be more quiet. The price action will be calmer. But the one thing to be aware of is when there is an unexpected news will hit on the financial news, that is already will cause a massive volatility in the market. It is not a normal volatility. If a calm market and there is an unexpected news, we're expecting really a volatile market. So that is one thing to be aware of as part of our risk management.
Thank you very much, guys. So with that, I believe we'll leave you with all the information you need to make smart trading decisions in the upcoming week. If you'd like to know more about Jake and Bruno, follow our Discord. They are our mentors for the Elite Traders package. Maybe have a look at that, or look if you'd like to have a one-on-one meeting with them. They're gonna be able to give you much more in-depth information. And I wish you all a wonderful weekend as we're going to be going through the broker change. I'm hoping everything will go as smooth as possible, and our entire team is gonna be there on the weekend, making sure that the whole transitions goes well. And so to those of you who are watching right now, have a wonderful weekend. And those of you who are watching on Monday in our newsletter, I wish you a successful week trading. And until then, we'll see you next Friday. Have a good one.